Hey, this is Yasko. Daily predictions, August 10th to the 14th, 2020. Monopoly makes a killing. Relentless was the right title for both the Bulls and the Bears last week. I expected a final reckoning on last Monday, the day of the full moon. I saw the indices and I had to go back to my chart. I missed because I did not look at the main USA NATO chart since my other charts have been serving me well so far. I didn't think I needed the NATO chart, but I'm learning. That was my mistake. I took a shortcut. But I was a bit bewildered because NASDAQ went higher, and that means that it corrected the week before that, or 2 weeks before that. When I looked at it carefully, I noticed that the text did correct while other indices went higher. They didn't just take a big dive all at once. If you noticed, the week before I mentioned that there were a lot of professionals in the market either making a killing or killing the competition. I just read that Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos sold over $3 billion worth of shares. To date, in 2020, I read that he cashed out 7.2 million. Billion with a B, not M. That was the professionals making that killing I mentioned. They were buying here and there, of course, so not to cause a crash. I skipped the USA NATO chart and missed it because there would have been a big crash if all the sales were executed at once. On the war front, I think China was shocked at what the president did. According to Sun Tzu's Art of War, to defeat the enemy, you must strike unexpectedly. If near, let the enemy think you're far, and vice versa. They were trumped. It takes a president like Trump to pull something like this off. That was a shocker, and people were shocked and awed. Haven't you noticed yet that this president, unlike any other president in the past 100 years, has been a shock and awe? He fights a 21st century war. Let me digress a bit. Actually, President Obama started with massive sanctions on Russia, so Obama would have been the one to end 20th century war and prepare for the 21st century USA. Trump begins the 21st century USA. I believe that America cannot be where it is today without long-range planning. If I remember right, President Tsai of Taiwan visited President Obama before he left office. As soon as President Trump took office, President Tsai didn't waste time. She called President Trump and he took her call. Why is that so shocking? There are protocols. Because there's only one China, and Taiwan is supposed to be part of China. So think about it. Yes, changes take time, and everyone involved knew the time was ripe and America is ready to take on China. President Obama actually played a pivotal role in Asia Pivot by putting all the ducks in place. He reopened military base in the Philippines, put the Marines in Australia, and opened trade with Vietnam, and put Aung San Suu Kyi in power in Myanmar. And let's not forget that Korea's Park Geun-hye attended China's 70th anniversary celebration of communism when they displayed their military might. But before President Obama left office, she was sent to jail for insider trading scandal. Hey, that all sounds like a game of Monopoly. And you're precisely right. Look at our big tech companies. We still have the universe to conquer. The universe is well coordinated, as above, so below. Let's move on. Because we are still in the beginning stages of the digital era, and wars are fought in digital environment because moving money is done digitally, and fighting will likely be done digitally too. Look at the Gundam robot factory in Yokohama, Japan. Check out the Boston Dynamics robot cheering squad. With robots like this, hand-to-hand combat and exorbitant spending of munitions and bombs are obviated. You are witnessing the 21st century war now. Use of tariffs, canceling and freezing bank accounts, not allowing the use of the banking system, the dollar falling and taking dollar denominated assets, not to mention the cyber attacks. The US is really flexing their muscles. Unless you have a currency deemed stronger than the US dollar, you might not be able to survive. I know what you're thinking. Hey, wait a minute. Gold just skyrocketed over 2,000. Yes, gold is an alternative, but the geopolitical power of the dollar the metal does not possess. Because gold is just a commodity. Having said that, this commodity will rally this month. The point I am making is what the dollar cannot accomplish, the robots will. Look how big that robot is. Imagine a soldier that big. So let's see how we evolved to today. Japan went through a severe deflation after the real estate bubble that happened in the 90s. It still hasn't recovered from it. It's hard to recover lost ground. Losses and wins are associated with time, and once gone, it's gone. You cannot go back in time. The skilled construction workers disappeared, and robots took their place. Sounds kind of familiar? Today, you can rent these lifting gadgets or machines. Robots are in nursing homes and even lead exercise programs. Humanoids are no longer the fantasies. They are here and now. The robots will not transmit viruses to humans. This gives more reason to use robots in nursing homes. Japan's population is 126 million, and the US is 300 million. So, can the US be the leader even if the population drops? I don't see why not. A lean, mean machine. The robots will likely improve efficiency. They are here in the US, and the US companies are taking this corona catastrophe opportunity to transform operations. If Americans have not embraced them yet after the pandemic, they certainly will. Before Japan's real estate bubble popped, the people did not want to leave their home and work abroad. After the economic collapse, the people began taking assignments abroad. The government and the central bankers changed the people. Japanese conglomerates are globalists and must spread their wings abroad and needed to change their workers' attitudes toward living abroad. It wasn't easy, but they did. It is inevitable, a necessary change that will happen here in the US. Americans will change, first philosophically, and adjust to their new post-corona environment. Keep your eyes on those robots. Last week was the week when President really showed his creative ability to make deals. What do you expect from a real estate salesman and a casino tycoon? He likes doing deals, hence he wrote the book Art of the Deal. This TikTok event could be considered a poker win. Carrie Lam, Hong Kong's chief executive, has been sanctioned. It was expected because the second in command just below her in rank has already been sanctioned, and the rumor is that Beijing's elite members are next. Look what's happening to the HSBC stock. What an unusual president. I'm talking about President Trump. I guess this is the 21st century war. I told someone that in my last reading that the president is going to do something creative that will cause a shock or be shocking. Let's get started with this week's market predictions. Monday, bulls and bears do fight it out to get a grip on the bull run upward. Watch the pre-market, especially Sunday's events. Whatever erupts will not be as bad as it could have been. However, there are ripple effects into Monday's market event. Watch those metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and copper. Of course, watch for eruptions that could affect the markets. There's a portfolio rearrangement going on. so that we can continue the bull run. Bulls have repositioned themselves, favorable for those bank stocks, especially the ones with brokerage operations. Tuesday, watch the pre-market and the events after market Monday's close. Bulls are still in control and seems to reign supreme. Should there be any doubt, it would be a buying opportunity for further gains ahead, especially in extended hours. Love those bank stocks with brokerage operations. Wednesday, markets may wobble a bit as bulls try to find a buying opportunity. There could be a corrective opportunity. Everybody's looking for a dip. Remember last week I mentioned entertainment, film, and gaming. Focus on those sectors. If you trade the indices, watch the appropriate indices. Let me also add to that gold. Thursday, watch the telecoms like Qualcomm, telcos, as well, and the transportation sectors. In addition, watch the data and accounting software services sector too. Apple is one of them because it's splitting. Microsoft is another one because of TikTok. Overall, it's a good trading day where the bull trend has not been compromised. However, there could be a correction for those looking for a dip. Friday, good follow through from the day before. As the day wears off, there could be a further correction. Lots of creativity going on. Some will win and some will lose. Hope this gives you a glimpse of the future where you can draw your own conclusions. If you like this kind of reading, please subscribe and hit that like button. This will allow me to expand this channel. Comments are appreciated.